Hi, I'm Dr. Melissa Weston. I'm here today in the bird sanctuary with the wild turkeys, and I wanted to share with you today about our experience over the last 6 days. We were one of the hundreds of thousands of people and homes that were affected by the ice storm here in the Greater Toronto area. And basically what happened was on the night of Saturday, December the 21st, an ice storm caused tons of trees to be covered completely with ice. And then the weight of the ice on the trees caused many branches to just crack and break off. And then those big tree branches broke down many hydro wires, and you can see actually here in the bird sanctuary the tree branches are still covered with ice. And what happened was hundreds of thousands of homes in the Greater Toronto area were out of power, which meant no heat and electricity in a area where we experience temperatures that are well below zero at this time of year. And over the last 5 days, it's been about -10 Celsius. So that's really cold. So for us, in the first 2 days, we stayed in our home, and what we did was we got candles and we huddled in a bedroom, and we put all our mattresses in one room and stayed warm that way. But after 2 days, the temperatures plummeted to about freezing in our home, and so we had to move out. We drained all our pipes of water, turned off the water in our home, and we moved into some friends' homes for the rest of the week. Our home was out of power for 5 days. There are still about 200 homes in our part of Toronto. We're in Ajax that are without power still. So actually our home was probably cold enough that you could have flooded it and put an ice rink in it. It was that cold. So looking back on this, I just wanted to share a little bit about what I learned from this experience. Being taken into the survival mode put me squarely into my root chakra. I could focus nothing else other than security, survival, and the day-to-day necessities of my family. Even when I had a place to stay, my sole focus was on food and shelter. When there was a problem with my home and my base of operations was in jeopardy, even though I knew better intellectually, it was difficult to be anything other than self-centered, dispirited, and fearful because my security was threatened. The day that our power went out, we had just completed our winter solstice retreat on the membership site, in which we had created some new intentions for the return of the light. And one of mine was to savor the sweetness of life. And what I understand from this experience is that we really do have to have our basic needs of survival met and security in our root chakra to be able to move into the second chakra's realm of pleasure and warmth. So one time when Tim and I were driving in our car back to check our home, we spoke about this. And I think, Tim, you said we clocked about 500 kilometers on our car just driving between two homes to check on our home all those times just to make sure that everything was okay. So we talked about how lucky we are to have security, home, and survival all wrapped up most days. So gratitude and savoring the sweetness of life may in fact be a luxury for many who are surviving hand to mouth most days. And Tim and I feel that we have much more empathy for this now. Coming out of this experience, I feel more than ever this journey to self that we practice through yoga is indeed a privilege. And we're really grateful that we get to experience this and we get to share it with you. And when many are fighting for survival, security, money, jobs, and a home, if they don't have the luxury of exploring this, we just feel grateful that we are able to practice yoga and to share the practice with as many as possible. So, did you experience the ice storm of 2013? If so, leave your comments below. Let us know what happened to you, how you got through it, and if you've had to go through this experience of being in survival mode and what that meant for you. Leave your comments below. Let me know your thoughts on this.
For more tips on how to take your yoga off of your mat and into your life, visit AskMelissaWest.com and have Melissa's videos delivered directly to your inbox. While you're there, ask Dr. Melissa West a question. She may answer your question on an upcoming episode of Living Your Yoga.